Hi, everyone. We are flipping the script today and we are asking Ben the hard hitting questions today. I'm
Okay.
with Ben Kraus-Gagny, Director of Community Engagement here at Helping Services. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today. It's kind of fun to flip this script here.
Yes, we thought it was only appropriate that you get the hard questions as well.
All
So,
good.
um, thanks everyone for watching. We're just going to ask Ben a few questions here and get to know him a little bit better. So, Ben, I guess to start off with, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, as you say, my name's Ben. I grew up in Minneapolis, actually, so not originally from Northeast Iowa. Me and my wife moved here about 2 years ago. My wife went to Luther College and loves the area, so we always kind of find our way back. She's an occupational therapist at the hospital here, uh, but I've worked in fundraising and development my entire life and in communications. So this was kind of a good opportunity when we kind of were looking around. This helping services really stood out for me, and I lucked out that someone was happened to be leaving at the time that we were moving in. So it's worked out well, and I've loved every day that I've been here. And I've been here about 2 years now, just over 2 years.
That's what I thought about 2 years this summer. So, yeah, I know that you and your wife have transitioned nicely here to Decorah. It's a beautiful area to live.
It
Uh,
is.
how about you tell us a little bit more about your role as the Director of Community Engagement? I know that encompasses a lot. So maybe share with us some of your favorite part of your job and kind of the day-to-day work that you do here.
Yeah, so my role here at Helping Services is to really, as the job title is to engage the community. If that's through making a donation or us speaking to a group, or ways to support the people we serve here at Helping Services. So I try to make those connections, and I think the reason that I do the work that I do is really to make those connections. A lot of people have a lot of good passion for things, but don't really know the avenue to put that towards. So it's kind of a connecting the dots in a sense. So it's kind of a fun way to do that. So I get to meet with and chat with a lot of different community members and businesses who want to help out and make a difference in their communities and make it a healthier and safer place for everyone to live in their neighborhood.
And that's great. And that's what an organization like Helping Services needs. A lot of people may know Helping Services through Holiday Lights. And so that's another part of your role here at Helping Services to help organize that event, including asking for donations and sponsorships. So tell us a little bit about the last 2 years and your experience with Holiday Lights. Maybe if it was what you expected or not.
Yeah.
It's a big event.
Yeah, well, Holiday Lights is a lot of fun, as you said, but it is a big event, and it's a marquee event, especially in the winter here in Northeast Iowa. So it's a lot of fun putting it together. But I guess when I was starting, I didn't really know what I was getting into, to be honest. So it's kind of I worked big events. In my previous role, I worked at the University of Minnesota, and I worked the Diamond Awards, which is the Twins kind of annual banquet. So that was kind of fun. But you had a whole team of event planners and things like that. So you did a lot of different things. And here's where it's like you get to see all the little details that go with. And it's but Holiday Lights is set up for a success. It's as it started, I guess now it's coming into its 16th year now. We have a good setup and really strong partners. With people who help store the displays, people help set them up. So I know it's a lot of groundwork that my predecessor did and other folks to really make this happen. So I think for me, the first year was just not breaking it, is making sure it runs smoothly and then try to do things. So I think one of the cool parts was the walkthrough night, and that's really grown. This last year we had 1,600 people attend the walkthrough night, which was wonderful. And it's always fun. And, I got to learn a lot about Christmas lights and, holiday lights and things like that, and fireworks, since we do those too.
Yeah.
So you get to know more, and I got to meet some different community members that, you'd never meet if you weren't involved in this. So it's been a lot of fun to get to know people. So.
Well, we're lucky to have you. You've done a great job with the event. It's always a lot of fun. So I guess this is also a nice little plug for Holiday Lights 2020. Keep it on your calendar. In some way, shape, or form, it'll happen. So
It
that's
will.
the
It will.
plan, I believe, right, Ben?
Yes, no, it's
Yeah.
going on. We've had good conversations with public health here in Winnebago County about what the event looks like, and it's set up perfectly. If we have to socially distance at that time, we'd set up perfectly. Families are in their car, they'll drive on through, and it's all outdoors, so the setup's pretty safe. We're still trying to figure out what to do with the walkthrough night, if that can take place or not. But we know it's unfortunately with COVID, a lot of events had to be canceled, and we're hoping that we take enough precautions that nothing would happen to Holiday Lights, and we don't foresee that happening. We've seen good community response to outreach for the event, and people are really excited about what that looks like this year. It could be the biggest year yet. Who knows?
Who knows? Great. Well, we'll look forward to sharing more details as the date gets closer. You mentioned briefly you worked for the University of Minnesota in their fundraising efforts. Briefly, tell us why you got involved with the fundraising world, the development world. What about it excites you? It makes it an enjoyable thing for you to do.
Well, I think originally in college, I went to Augsburg College in Minneapolis, and when I was looking for a student job, I started working their phone-a-thon, calling alumni and asking them for money. I'm sure lots of people have experience with that. So there's always most colleges still have students on the other side, some don't, but it was just fun connecting with folks. And you forget the ones that don't answer, hang up on you, or tell you not to call again because it's just not the right time or right thing that they're passionate before. And I think it's really connecting with those people and figuring out their passions and really fulfilling their philanthropic goals. If that is a $50 gift, $100 gift, or if it's a much larger gift, if it's something in their estate plan or $100,000, $200,000 gift, it all varies, and it's equal as impactful to that individual. So you got to treat people exactly the same, no matter what they're doing or who they're choosing to give to. So so I think that part really connecting people and taking them through the process of trying to figure out what's important to them, what's really a value, because we all give to certain areas that are important to us, but it's what are the things that really stand out, and what do you want to do with your money that's important to you? What's the lasting impact or legacy you want to have? So working through with people what that is and connecting them to the things that they may not have been known they could get access to is really it's really fulfilling and helps you connect those folks. So that's really kind of stood out to me and why I've stuck in development and work in fundraising.
Well, at Helping Services, we are fortunate to receive some state and federal grants that allow us to do some programming, but we couldn't do what we do without private donations. And so if you're listening and if you're interested in giving a gift, or maybe you give a gift now, but want to learn a little bit more about what you can do, absolutely feel free to reach out to Ben or myself. But that would be one thing I'd like to let the listeners know today, that we certainly need your donations, particularly now. So don't hesitate to reach out to Ben.
Yeah.
And maybe just a quick, sort of as we wrap up here, can you think of, over the last 2 years, a success story that you'd like to share with our viewers today, or maybe something that you've seen that has just really made the work feel that much more important to you, Ben?
Well, I think it's really talking with our programs, and I think something that maybe it's a Midwest thing. It probably is we don't toot our own horn enough. We do a lot of amazing work here, and we have a lot of amazing staff here. So this video during series during COVID-19, really connecting folks with that. I think that's really good. And I think one area that really stood out on the program side of things is when Maddie took off and ran with Storytime. They've done a really good job with that, and that's been exciting. But I think it's also really, I think the success story for me was really just taking Holiday Lights and growing it. I mean, that's one avenue that people encounter with Helping Services that wouldn't maybe interact with our services otherwise. And I think that's important in educating people on, hey, not only are you dropping, $20 in the free will donation bucket, but hey, here's what it goes to support. And I think that's really important, and educating people on what Helping Services does and why it's important that we're here and serving 8 counties in Northeast Iowa. So not just in Winnebago County, but across the region here, it's important, and we're in each and every community, and I think that's important for people to know. So that kind of really stood out to me as a success that we can do, and we can always do more in other communities too. So.
And it's a good reminder that Holiday Lights is a great opportunity for us to share what we do with the community. So, well, I think we'll wrap it up here pretty quick, but we can't forget to ask Ben one last question that he typically asks everyone. So maybe if you wouldn't mind sharing something that maybe not a lot of people know about you, Ben, a special skill, a talent. Is there something that we can leave our viewers with here?
Well, perfect. Well, I'll give you two of them, I guess. It's so not a lot of people know this. I mean, I guess some do. I'm a diehard soccer fan. I'm also a soccer referee, so I go up to the Minnesota United, our professional soccer team, or the professional soccer team in Minnesota, all the time. So I've growing up in Minnesota, I've just kind of loved. I played that, so that's kind of been a passion of mine. And recently, the other one that's kind of stood out is gardening. I started a community gardening plot, this, I guess, during the COVID time, but it's been really fun to see that to go through, and I think that's in here we live in Decorah, and the Decorah Prairie there is kind of cool. They have a number of plots there, and you kind of get to know new people that you wouldn't really interact with, and lots of folks from Seed Savers too. So you get to learn a lot from them as well. So that's been kind of fun to do.
Well, we have some other expert gardeners in the office, so I think that's great that we have one more in the office to help out. So that's really I'm glad and happy that we were able to spend some time this afternoon, Ben, and to learn a little bit more about you. Having been with Helping Services for two years now, it's great to hear about some of your passions and your work. I guess if anyone would like to get a hold of you, would you mind sharing your phone number and email?
Yeah, so you can on my email is just benkg@helpingservices.org, or you can go to info@helpingservices.org and it'll find me. And obviously you can visit our website at helpingservices.org, or you give us a call at 563-387-1720, and we'll you can reach me right there, and we'll get in touch, and it'd be great to talk to you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ben.
Awesome. Thank you so much.